Pursuant to the provisions of Articles 182.7 and 82A.4 of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with the Section 38(1) of the Interpretation of Laws and General Provisions Act 2006, I, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby relieve officials of the Bank of South Sudan as hereunder. Honorable Dr. James Alic Garang, Governor of the Bank of South Sudan. Honorable Samuel Yanga Mikaya, First Deputy Governor of the Bank of South Sudan. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 9th day of the month of December in the year 2024. Signed, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba.
Welcome back to Celebs Watch 211. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has fired James Alic Garang and reappointed Johnny Ohisa Damian in his place as the new governor of the Bank of South Sudan, that is on December 9th, 2024. Honorable Johnny Ohisa had previously served as the governor of the Bank of South Sudan following his appointment by His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit on August 25th, 2022. A position he held until October 2nd, 2023, when he was fired and succeeded by James Alic Garang as the new governor of the Bank of South Sudan. On October 2nd, 2023, Honorable Johnny Ohisa Damian was fired by President Kiir Mayardit as the governor of Central Bank of South Sudan, and he was replaced by Dr. James Alic Garang as the new governor of the Central Bank of South Sudan. In addition, the president also fired the first deputy governor of Central Bank, that is Addis Ababa Otho, and replaced him with Samuel Yanga Mikaya as the new first deputy governor of the Central Bank of South Sudan. When assuming the office, Dr. James Alic vowed to modernize the central bank. Dr. James Alic managed to serve as the governor of the Central Bank or the Bank of South Sudan for approximately 14 months prior to being replaced by his predecessor, that is Johnny Ohisa Damian, on December 9th, 2024. Honorable Johnny Ohisa left some projects that he had initiated in 2022 in the hands of Dr. James Alic, who completed them and launched them in the year 2024. These projects are none other than the official residence for the governor of the Bank of South Sudan and the new Bank of South Sudan headquarters in Juba. Another achievement that was backed by Dr. James Alic Garang while serving as the governor of the Central Bank of South Sudan was being recognized as one of the top 25 African financial leaders by the House of the Representatives of the state of South Carolina in the US on April 18, 2024.
Johnny Ohisa Damian begins his second term as governor of the Bank of South Sudan. He was first appointed by President Salva Kiir Mayardit in 2022 to the same position. Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa took the oath of office on Wednesday, succeeding Dr. James Alic Garang, who served for 14 months in office. Following the swearing-in ceremony, Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa and his first deputy Yeni Samuel Costa arrived at the bank headquarters, marking the start of their official duties. They were received by Second Deputy Governor for Administration and Finance, Gan Samuel Bogo, board members, directors and staff.
We know things are not good. The President has given us clear directives that we don't need to sit and relax. We have to start work immediately. I'm ready to work with all of us so that we can really see where the problem, where we went wrong, where we need to correct. And we also continue, interacting with the former governor and the first deputy governor so that they can tell us also how we can go from here.
This transition comes at a critical time for the country, facing economic difficulties such as delayed salaries for civil servants and high market prices. Johnny Ohisa underlined his commitment to promoting staff welfare and working collaboratively with other institutions to enhance economic stability and progress.
But I want to say thank you. I want to thank the former governor, Dr. James Alic, and the first deputy, Samuel Yanga, for the job what they have done in this bank. I think this is the second. But when we came to open the bank, I didn't come here. I was only there, but I can see now the bank is really working, and I look forward to seeing going through it and knowing every part of the deal. We need to work together and ensure that we take this country out of the situation we're in. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
First Deputy Governor Yeni Samuel Costa urged the staff to maintain professionalism in their work.
To express my willingness, my appreciation to the staff of Bank of South Sudan who've been standing for long time waiting for us. But we can say that you just be patient, and this is how life is. All of us are brothers. All of us are assigned by God to do a certain assignment.
The second Deputy Governor for Administration and Finance, Gan Samuel Bogo, congratulated the new leaders and pledged continued collaboration to advance the nation's economic goals.
So all of us today, we do believe that the new leaders here in the bank is established and organized by God. And also, we are not forgetting to thank God also for outgoing Governor James Alic and Samuel Mukaya. Let us give applause to them. Our new Governor Johnny Ohisa and Yeni Samuel, they will continue the journey which is started already by our previous leaders who left, who are not with us today.
The appointment of the bank new leadership marks an important step forward for the Bank of South Sudan, aimed to address economic challenges and build a more stable future. Daniel Marengwek, SSBC, Juba.
The new administration of the Bank of South Sudan, that is BOS, outlined their key objectives in a press statement which they issued on December 13, 2024 after assuming the office, and the statement reads as follows. The management of the Bank of South Sudan convened a consultative meeting with the managing directors of commercial banks on Thursday, December 12, 2024 at the Bank of South Sudan headquarters in Juba. The meeting focused on finding amicable solutions aimed at resolving current liquidity challenges facing the banking sector and the public in general. The meeting also discussed avenues to address the general macroeconomic challenges facing the country. Specifically, the meeting noted with concern the public holding of cash without depositing into the banks due to mistrust in the banking sector. In a joint statement, the central bank and commercial banks resolved to work together in resolving this matter. The central bank governor gave directives to lift 10 million South Sudanese pounds cash withdrawal limits by client from individual accounts. The Bank of South Sudan and the commercial banks reaffirmed their commitment to rebuilding trust between the central bank and commercial banks on one hand and the public on the other hand. This new collaborative approach is expected to strengthen working relationships amongst the country's banking and financial sectors. To further strengthen public confidence in the banking system, the central bank has resolved to encourage commercial banks to offer interest in saving accounts. This initiative aims to incentivize customers to deposit more money into their savings accounts. The new Bank of South Sudan management reiterates its commitment towards achieving the bank's mandate to ensure price stability, remains steadfast in its mission to ensure a stable, efficient, and trust-driven banking system for the benefit of stabilizing the economy. Signed, Honorable Johnny Ohisa Damian, Governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Juba. The decision to reverse the cash limit transaction came pretty quickly as the bank had just introduced this measure. According to a press statement issued to all the public and private institutions on September 16, 2024, the Bank of South Sudan issued the directives to limit the cash withdrawals in the banking industry. One of the changes that was made is that the maximum limit of cash withdrawal across all channels at the Bank of South Sudan and all the commercial banks by the public sector institutions, government spending agencies, private corporates, and individuals shall not exceed 10 million South Sudanese pounds, and that any cash withdrawals exceeding the 10 million South Sudanese pounds will be either deposited through a bank account, transfer within the banking industry, or through interbank transactions, including mobile money operators. The main aim for these terms and conditions was to encourage individuals to utilize alternative authorized channels to conduct their banking transactions, therefore fostering digitization of financial services. Signed, Mr. Yenny Samuel Costa, Director General, Directorate of Banking Operations. Both the outgoing and incoming governors and deputy governors of the Central Bank of South Sudan held a meeting shortly after the induction ceremony, simply to debrief on any ongoing projects and the way forward in the banking industry.
The governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Johnny Ohisa Damian, along with the first Deputy Governor Yenny Samuel Costa and second Deputy Governor Gan Samuel Bogo, held an introductory meeting with managing directors and senior representatives from commercial banks. The meeting focused on strengthening cooperation between the Bank of South Sudan and commercial banks, fostering a collaborative approach to addressing key financial challenges in South Sudan and building trust between banks and their customers. Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa highlighted key initiatives, including addressing the long-standing issue of delayed civil servant salary payments. Commercial bank representatives took the opportunity to congratulate Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa and First Deputy Governor Yenny Samuel on the recent appointment, expressing optimism for future collaboration and reforms within South Sudan financial sector. In another news development, former Governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Dr. James Alic Garang, paid a courtesy visit to the newly appointed Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa Damian, where he handed over the office and briefed him on the ongoing projects and key initiatives within the bank. The discussion also covered important administrative programs. Bank Governor Johnny Ohisa Damian expressed his appreciation to Dr. James Alic Garang and highlighted his intention to seek guidance from former bank governors to help in advancing the bank programs.
First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank my brother, Governor Honorable Dr. Alic. We have known each other a long time ago. He paid me a courtesy visit, and this is something that we need to continue. I'm very happy for him coming here to just update me on the projects he has done and what I need to do to continue with the projects that were done. These are institutional projects, and we need to carry out with it. And I promise him that I will continue with the projects he has initiated. As he has done before when I was here, he continued with the projects that I was there. This building was there, was not finished. He came and finished it. The governor's mansion, he finished it, and we continue. And this is really what we are looking forward to. And I want to tell my brother here that we will continue to tap to him, to go and look for him, for ideas, because this country needs the building of all of us. We need to build it all. So I'm very happy, and I wish him all the best in his next endeavor. I really appreciate his visit here, and I thank him very much.
Former Bank Governor Dr. James Alic congratulated his successor and expressed his commitment to supporting him in advancing the bank reform agenda. He specifically encouraged Governor Johnny to continue focusing on staff welfare and completing the bank's ongoing projects.
We have discussed so many things, one of which, and as we are standing, we are telling the country that the Bank of South Sudan is one. Whether you have left yesterday or you are leaving today, or you have come in yesterday or you are coming in today, we are one. Bank is one, institutions are one. What we have done yesterday, the new incoming team led by Governor Johnny Ohisa, he would pick it up and we'll build on from where we have left. While we are not going to discuss and disclose so many things, I will use this opportunity to highlight three things. To build on, it means that you have to look at the policies of the last administration, review them, and move forward. To build on, they have to look at the projects that the Bank of South Sudan has invested so much time on in the last time. And to build on and to move on also means that they will have to look at the staff welfare and build on from where we have left. We said with the Deputy Younger and the two deputies, the incoming Yeni and the current one, Madam Gan, that as far as I hear, our message is one. We will support the incoming governor, no matter where we are, whether by email, by phone call. We'll always be phone calls away or click away. And that if there are gaps, he would always reach out to us to provide the information so that he can do his job. It's our job for the bank and for the people of South Sudan. So I want to say thank you very much. It has been a pleasure engaging the team this morning. I wish Johnny and his team good luck.
The meeting also was attended by the first Deputy Governor, Yeni Samuel Costa, second Deputy Governor Gan Samuel Bogo, and the former first Deputy Governor of the bank, Samuel Yanga Mikaya. In a separate meeting, former bank Governor Cornelio Korio Mayik also paid a courtesy visit to Governor Johnny Ohisa, congratulating him on his appointment.
We had a visit, a privilege to receive Honorable Cornelio Koryom, the second governor of this country. He paid a courtesy visit to us this morning. It was something that we really cherished, and I also promised him that I will also check on him because he has institutional memory that we need to carry on with it.
Daniel Marengwek, SSBC, Juba.
Based on the story published by the Bank of South Sudan, when Honorable Ohisa was first appointed as the governor of the Central Bank of South Sudan, that is back in 2022, it appears that Mr. Ohisa has a lot of experience when it comes to finances and banking industry specifically. It's however unclear why President Kiir keeps on interchanging them or bringing one person on board and then firing them the next minute. Like some of these banking industry issues are not necessarily things that can be fixed by the governor of the central bank, but rather the economy itself. There are a lot of things that need to be done in order to improve the economy. For instance, the country needs to produce a lot of products, or let's say, for example, food, such that they are able to export instead of importing. Currently, South Sudan is importing food from other East African countries, for instance, Kenya and Uganda. And in order to move away from that, we need to produce surplus so that we have sufficient food to sell within the country and to consume, and also for the farmers to be able to export some of their produce. If they do that, then we are able to gain some income from exports.